What's up guys, Mafia here, and today we're to review another anime. Today's anime is going to be called Akame got Kill. If you've never watched Akame got Kill, it's basically an anime about a young boy named Tasumi who decides to leave the comfort of his own home to raise money for his village. And he's going to do that by going to the government. However, he doesn't realize the government is corrupt. And one night he gets picked up by a rich girl who sees him on the street. She takes him home, feeds him and everything, and then the people in the house get confronted by Night Raid. Night Raid is a group of assassins who are dedicating their lives to destroying the corrupt officials, aka eliminating them. At first he tried to defend her, but then it was later revealed to him that she was responsible for torturing thousands of people in that shed. Maybe not thousands, but at least hundreds of people in that shed, and two of those people ended up being Sayo and Ieyasu. She tortured Sayo to death, and once he found out that she was responsible for his friends going missing, he killed her himself. Now obviously I'm not going to go through the whole summary of the show because you guys came here for a review. Let me just tell you what I liked about the show. Number one, my favorite character was Mine. Mine was definitely my favorite character because I don't know, maybe I just liked the tsundere parts of her or something like that. She looked cool, you know. I don't know, maybe I'm into tsunderes or something. I don't know. She was my favorite character next to Lubbock, but let's talk about Lubbock in a minute. If you were to ask me to give some advice to anyone watching the show for the first time, the one thing that I would say is do not get attached. Do not get attached to a single character in this show, okay? Because this show, I'm telling you, bro, like when it comes to Akame got Kill, it seems like every other episode, one of your favorite characters is dying. Okay, not even favorite characters, just one of your characters in general is dying. So yeah, that's the one thing I would tell someone, just do not get attached to anyone in this show, other than Akame, because they all die gruesome deaths. Especially, they did Lubbock so dirty, bro. They did his death so dirty, bro. I'm like, bruh. I will say this though, I don't think a single one of them died in vain though. I will say none of the characters died in vain because they either got avenged or they took the other person out with them. And speaking of the enemies, bro, the enemies have some very good backgrounds themselves. I like when animes come out, you know, and they give the enemies backstories too, not just the heroes. I like that. Demon Slayer does that a lot, and I appreciate that. I think the saddest backstory from that show to me was the guy who had all the muscles. I forgot what his backstory was, but he was the guy with all the muscles and he wore a mask. His backstory was very sad. It was very sad. Now, were there any fumbles in this anime? Yes, there's one in particular that I'm still mad about to this day. This man Tatsumi had the baddest girl in the show wanting him, and bro did not fold. There are many times where you shouldn't fold in certain situations. This man over here talking about loyalty and stuff. Listen, I know you don't want to be owned by anyone, right? But I mean, you could have at least gone down on her one time and then went back to your peoples, bro. I'm just saying, bro. You could have went down on her and went back to your peoples. You know why? Because it doesn't matter, because they're going to die later anyway. You can call me down bad for saying that. You can say I'm hella down bad for saying that, but bruh, if I'm gonna be down for anyone, SDF would probably be in the top 10. Okay? I'm just keeping it real. Another thing that was interesting about this anime, they also kind of had a gender swap Sasuke versus Itachi theme going on. The little sister wanted to kill Akame because she felt abandoned, right? She felt abandoned, and she took, you know, those feelings of abandonment and turned them into hatred. I already know y'all say, there's nothing to do it. I'm saying the vibes, bro, the vibes. Yes, we all know the real reason Itachi did it. It had nothing to do with the whole, you know, abandonment issues or anything like that. I'm just saying that's a vibe you get from Kurome and Akame. That's the vibe you get. But my overall rating for this anime, I've got to give it an 8 out of 10. It has to be a good 8 out of 10 because if it weren't for damn near everyone dying near the end, you know, it would have been higher, but it was still a good anime, you know. They pretty much went to war with the government. Almost everyone died. But at the end of the day, they brought down the government. That corrupt ass government. They brought it down. But yeah, that's my review on Akame got killed. Let me know in the comments what other animes you think I should review. Thank you guys for watching. Wish you guys stay safe, stay positive, and remember, be mindful.